Hi, I'm John Montgomery. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Group M Interaction in the US. I'm here at Social Media Week in Johannesburg, and you're watching AFKInsider. The amount of data that is being processed by ad agencies, advertising on the web, or using any digital asset is astonishing. We found in our business that it's becoming more and more difficult to manage data. So we've had to change the way we work. We've automated our data cleaning, the ETL parts of our data substantially to make it simpler for them, so that when a media planner comes into work on a Monday, she's specified what data she needs and she can get it in a batch file on her desk, clean, reliable data, so that she doesn't have to go through that process. That's just an example of some of the changes that we've had to make in workflow and in technology and automation to try and overcome the data deluge that's got to us. Africa's mobile first, but there's a huge amount of data that's generated by mobile, location-based data. The many states that your phone is in is communicating data all the time, which lets us know what you're doing, where you're doing, what you're interested in. So the same targeting, interest-based advertising process applies on mobile as it applies in the rest of the web. And so in Africa, we need to be finding data specialists, educating from school level, making sure that this is a new career that we're investing in, because it applies to us here in Africa every bit as much as it applies to the industry anywhere in the world. People are very concerned about the amount of additional data they're sharing with the people who are collecting the data. And remember, it's not a matter of you can't stop sharing the data. The moment you use a device, that data is collected. It's the way the data is used that I think needs to be, there needs to be some control over. And we in the States have been concerned about regulation because it may well slow down the pace of innovation. And so we've instituted self-regulatory programs. It's called Ad Choices, and it's based on two very important precepts. One is transparency, and the other is choice. Transparency means that we're sharing with the consumer when data is being collected about him or her. So the moment that data, so if it's a behaviorally targeted ad on the web or on the mobile phone, you'll see a small icon in the top right-hand corner. People click on that icon, it'll tell them who's collecting data, why, and should they want to opt out of data collection. This is the next precept, which is choice. So firstly, transparency, we're collecting data about you. Secondly, choice. If you don't want us to continue to collect data about you for behaviorally advertised purposes, you can opt out. And you go onto an opt-out database. And so therefore, after that, any advertising you'll get will be random advertising based on the context rather than on your behavior. 40 trillion of these icons are served every month to consumers. And we know that 30 million people are actively looking at the website every month. So they're clicking on the icon, they're finding out more about how their data is being used. And more than 1 million have already opted out. So we know that this process is working. And so it's the self-regulatory system which is allowing us to continue to innovate quickly, but to do so responsibly with respect to consumers. So to be clear, this is an industry-wide initiative. You can find out more about it by going to aboutads.info, where you can see exactly how it works, and it's run by an organization called the Digital Advertising Alliance, which is a group of bodies like the IAB, the 4As, the Direct Marketing Association have all collaborated in this on an industry-wide basis.